Yo guys, what's up? So about a week ago, I released a video where I tested the Dragon Hunter Crossbow on KBD with two different setups. Today I'm going to try out the Dragon Hunter Crossbow again, except this time it's going to be versus the Armadillo Crossbow, but with the same setup. We're going to be testing out the Dragon Crossbow at Wyverns because they announced on the live stream, obviously, that the crossbow works at Wyverns. So you guys know I'm a big Wyverns fan, got like tens of thousands of kills there. Never gotten a Visage though, but one day, it'll happen, one day. But anyways, we wanted to try out the range setup there. We've done a couple thousand kills in the range safe spots available. As you guys know, there's like 4 or 5 available range safe spots for you. You just have to wait the first 15 minutes or so, or about 15 minutes for them to become unaggressive to you, and then you can pretty much wear max gear, and you never have to worry about taking damage. So the setups we'll be using are on screen right now. I have two different setups. I have my Dragon Hunter Crossbow one and the Armadillo one. Now we'll be using this setup mainly because it's close to max range. The only thing I could be doing differently is using better bolts. However, many people at Wyverns, I think if maybe all people ranging there use broad bolts because they're a lot cheaper. They don't really cost anything and they still hit pretty well. It's just a really cheap alternative if you're camping there for a long time. So broad bolts is what I'll be using. I pretty much close to max everything else. Have the new Twisted Buckler in my offhand. I have the Imbued Archer's Ring, Full Void, Pegasions, my Ranged Cape, and the Necklace of Anguish. So pretty much close to max. Again, one thing I could be doing differently is actually wearing Armadillo there, and I've heard from a couple people that using Armadillo may have been better since Wyverns have high defense, but I decided just to stick with Void since I see many people using it there. But if you're really desperate to know what it's like with Armadillo, you can try it out for yourself. But again, the results may vary for everybody doing this, but I just wanted to test it out for 2 hours with these two different crossbows. So a couple things before the crossbows, before we start. The Armadillo crossbow has +5 ranged attack bonus on the Dragon Hunter crossbow. It also has +1 per bonus, which is pretty nice. They both have the same speed, both same interval. Everything else pretty much the same, except for that ranged attack and the per bonus. But the one difference with the Dragon Hunter crossbow, as you know, is that it actually works better against dragons, which is, pretty obvious by the name of the crossbow. So equipping it requires 65 range, and it increases both the accuracy and damage by 10% when fighting dragons. So it stacks additively with the Void and not multiplicatively. Hope I said that right. So we tested each setup there for 2 hours. I made sure for the first 15 minutes that I only used the Mind Shield. I didn't want to use the Twisted Buckler longer on one setup than the other. So for the first 15 minutes, I strictly used the Mind Shield on both setups until I knew they were unaggressive. And then from then on, I only used the Twisted Buckler. There was a couple instances in both setups where the Wyvern was out of his safe spot, so I had to pray range put my Mind Shield back on, but it wasn't more than 2 or 3 kills on both setups. So for the entire 2 hours on both setups, I always had a prayer potion available, so I always prayed Hawkeye throughout the entire 2 hours. I could have prayed Eagle Eye, however, it drains your prayer a lot quicker, and it's only a 5% more, I think, ranged accuracy boost than with Hawkeye, so I decided to stick with Hawkeye the entire time. When I was using the Armadillo crossbow, I did also constantly use the Armadillo crossbow spec when it was available. I made sure to record 1 hour clips at a time just so you guys knew I was actually there for 2 hours. So on screen right now, you guys will see the different safe spots I used, as well as me showing you guys the timer of being there for 2 hours. So I recorded for 1 hour, saved it, recorded for another hour, saved it, both on the same setup, just so you guys know I was actually there for 2 hours. But anyways, in terms of the drops during the test, I did not get a Draconic Visage. Still hasn't happened yet. We're at about 10,400 kills or so now. Hopefully one day it happens. I was hoping to get it during this test. That's one reason I came here, is because I love Wyverns. But yeah, I was actually going to test the crossbow at the Brutal Black Dragons, which I can do in another video, but I decided to stick with Wyverns since it was more requested than when I asked in my clan chat. So shout out to my clan chat. Make sure you guys join. We also didn't get any dragon drops, no dragon plate legs, no dragon plate skirt, no granite shield drop either. So nothing special. We did get a couple rare drop table drops. We got a nature rune drop. We got a dragonstone drop, which I didn't even know you could get there. However, the comparison for this video isn't how much we made in our 2 hours there. It's rather how many kills we got, since you can obviously get better drops on one setup than the other, and doesn't really matter just because the drops were different. It's just all RNG at that point. However, the kills per hour and kills, well, in this case, kills per 2 hour is not. That's pretty constant, depending on, how much you're getting for each setup. So for the two different setups, there was an actual pretty big difference, in my opinion. Again, there's always things like years of error that happen. I could have done a couple things differently, but I really made sure that I did these without being AFK. I actually focused. I was never standing still for a long period of time on either setup. I was doing as many kills as fast as possible. And at the end of the day, we managed to get 119 kills with the dragon crossbow, and then 95 kills with the armadillo crossbow. So in those 2 hours, we got 24 more kills with the dragon hunter crossbow than we did with the armadillo crossbow, which is about 12 kills more per hour, which is, in my opinion, pretty significant for those two setups. Let's say you camp here for 24 hours, you'll be getting 288 more kills with the dragon hunter crossbow than with the armadillo crossbow. Obviously, this is all just math. There's always stuff that could change, but based on the math that I have, it could be 288 more kills per hour, which is quite a bit of money. So to look smart, I have some math on screen for you guys. That 11,000 number is average GP per wyvern kill. So every time you kill a wyvern, that's the average amount of loot. Again, it can be lower if you get like an unpowered ords drop, or it can be higher if you get, let's say, a battle staff drop. 11,000 is just an average based on the two different setups I had and the loot that I got in those 2 hours. So 119 kills with the dragon hunter crossbow times 11,000 is 1,309,000, and then the 94 with the armored crossbow times 11,000 is 1,034,000, which is an average difference of 275,000. If you divide that by 2, it's 137,500. So about 137k more per hour with the dragon hunter crossbow. Obviously, I could have just divided those two original kills by 2 and then, you know, gotten the answer a lot faster, but this looks better. It looks like I'm smarter, so I put all this math up on screen. What does this mean? I don't know. Every time I give my opinion on something, everybody seems to shut it down, so I don't know. What do you guys think this means? I personally think, and I'm going to say my opinion, that if you plan on staying here for a long period of time, then the dragon hunter crossbow is worth it. If you're deciding to range just a slayer task, which is only going to take a couple hours, it's not like the end of the world if you use the armored crossbow, but I think it's a worthy investment if you plan on staying here for like the couple of days that people stay here with their range setups. Today is January 15th, and the crossbow is going for 36 million currently on the Grand Exchange, which is only 8 mil more than the armadillo crossbow is going for, and it probably will end up dropping even more. Anyways, guys, this was a fun video to make. I love going to Wyverns. I make a lot of money there, even though it's not as much money with a melee. But I hope it helped you out if you guys were on the edge about purchasing the crossbow, if you're going to Camp Wyverns or something. I really enjoy making this video. Thank you guys. Make sure to drop a comment if you guys want me to try something else out. And that's it. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you next time. If I could have done anything better or improved anything in this video, like in terms of setup or whatever, or save spots or something, then let me know below. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow.